How's it going, everyone? Back at you with more Turok. In the end of the first part, we were sent off to go find the comms unit by ourselves. Seems simple enough, right? We go get the comms unit, we come back, and we make a phone call to home. Wrong. You're gonna find out in this video why some things are better off left extinct. Right off to the right up here, there's gonna be 2 or 3 lurkers. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 3, but they basically just sit still and let us pick them off one at a time. If you shoot them in the head, it instant kills them, which is nice. Yeah, see, there they are. Yeah, there's 3. Okay. And this next one, I think I missed once or twice. Yeah, okay. And even if you miss, they still sit there. As long as you don't get too close to them, they will sit there and basically just let you pick them off, which is comes very in handy, actually, especially on Inhumane. Right there, I just picked up some tech arrows, which are basically explosive arrows.
Listen, this is Turok. I've got wreckage, but no survivors.
Up here, there's going to be more lurkers, and we're basically just going to do the same thing again. That one runs past you, but it doesn't attack you. It just runs to its spot. As you can tell, they're all over the place. But again, no, they don't move unless you get too close to them. We're nice and comfy. An interesting theory about the lurkers is that they're actually the result of experimenting with dinosaur genetics, and whether or not they got out on their own or if they were kind of just let loose, it's unknown. Again, it's not even really confirmed that they were experiments. They might have just been part of this world, but it's interesting nonetheless, though. I'm just going to take a moment, too, to say thank you to everybody who supported me on part 1. It actually did a little bit better than I thought it was going to. It's really cool that there's a crowd out there that still loves this game. Like I said, it's a hidden gem. If you haven't played it yet, definitely give it a try. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, guys. Thanks again.
How's it going, Grimes?
Me and the boys are feeling a little offended. First you leave us without saying goodbye. Now you're slumming it with these rejects. What's going on, Turok?
What can I say? Times have changed.
That's where you're wrong. You're Wolfpack. That's never going to change. No matter how hard you try, you'll always be one of us. Think about it.
Grimes is such a cool character. In terms of, like, henchmen rules, I mean, you really don't get much better than him. This part can actually be pretty challenging. Basically, what you want to do is you just want to sit back and gun down as many raptors as you can, and then when the coast is clear, just book it. I got picked. Yeah, they just keep spawning, so you definitely want to be looking behind you, too.
We want to play, too.
Mini raptors saving the day. And then I kill them. I think that was actually my first dinosaur knife kill on this playthrough.
Oh my god. First I get lost, now I get bit.
Okay, and up here we're actually going to meet Cowboy, probably the best NPC in the game.
I see Cowboy, but we've got heavy company. I need backup.
Good to see you, Turok.
Are there any more survivors?
Just me. MG's got what the dinos didn't.
Logan's on his way. You just get Cowboy to the rendezvous, alright?
There's help coming. We've got to get them.
This is actually like the only time I've ever seen the Dilophosaurus win that fight. Pretty much every time I play tested, the MG soldier always won. This next part, like, the first time you play it seems hard, but after you kind of find like where all the tech arrows are, it makes it a lot easier. Like here you'll see me just pick off the guys pretty much instantly. Yeah, see, I mean the tech arrows are devastating in this game. Then once a helicopter drops, basically as soon as you see it, you can just kind of snipe them out with explosive arrows. Yeah. Sometimes you'll get everybody in one shot with it. Sometimes it'll only take out one or two guys. But either way, though, you have a steady supply right there, though. It honestly makes this part easier than it really should be.
I found the way out. Let's go.
There's worse things in this jungle than dinos. I ran into Wolfpack a ways back.
Good to know.
This is company coming. Cowboys hit.
This mission is screwed.
He's in bad shape.
No shit. He's got an arrow in his gut. Nice one, Turok. What are you, blind now? Or do you just like shooting arrows at guys named Cowboy?
It's not one of my arrows, Slade, so back off.
Oh yeah, it must belong to one of the other Indians running around out here.
Maybe you'd like one stuck up your ass.
Hey! All I've got is this med kit and ain't gonna do the job. We need to get him back to camp.
All right, let's get going.
Well, wait a second. What about the comm unit?
Yeah, if we don't get that comm, we're not going home.
Did you hear me say you shouldn't go after it?
Take it easy, Logan. I was
Shut
just...
the hell up. Slade, you and Parker are with me. We'll take Cowboy back to camp. Gonzalez, take Foster, Turok, and find that comm unit.
Man, why are we wasting our time? Comm's probably broken anyway.
You got a better idea how to get us out of this jungle?
Logan's definitely not right in the head, bro.
So this level, it's pretty challenging, but it's actually one of the better levels in my opinion. I just feel there's a lot of variety and a lot of fun set pieces with it. If you take this path that I'm taking right here, you can pretty much avoid all the combat that Foster and Gonzalez are going through down there. Except that one.
Listen, man, we gotta get moving. Come on, what's the holdup? Hey, check this out. An old outpost. Foster!
Yeah, it's like not even 2 minutes in, Foster gets taken out. So here, kind of just follow the pattern that I'm doing, and you should be fine. You'll notice I'm ducking and rolling a lot. It's because those snipers, you can survive one shot on Inhumane, but if they kind of double team you, they take you out super easily. So make sure you're ducking and rolling a lot. Here, sometimes I can get that raptor to go down there and attack the soldiers, but this time I couldn't, so I just take him out. And I take out one of the soldiers right here with the bow and arrow, and then there's a rock up ahead that I actually use to take out the other one. Duck and roll, let him fire, and then I scramble behind that rock over there. Do it again, that way he fires another shot. Always be looking out on the lookout too, because raptors swarm this place. I actually try to use the raptors as much as I can here, just to kind of soften up the soldiers, because there's a lot of them around here, and it can be real challenging. Like, you'll notice me fire off the flare basically every chance I get. That one might have went for the soldiers. I probably made a mistake there, but either way, better safe than sorry. Either way, he's after me now, so. What I do here is I just sit up on this hill for a little bit, let them rush me one at a time, like that guy right there, and I believe one more does. And then you want to try to, like I said, soften them up as much as you can before you actually go into that base, because they are everywhere and there's not a lot of cover to go to. Gonzalez actually got that guy right there. Gonzalez is a cool character too. Other than Cowboy, he's probably my other favorite NPC. Again, using those flares, just trying to cut down on their numbers any way I can. I actually really needed that. I was getting super low on pulse rifle ammo. So what's your guys' favorite weapon in this game? I use the pulse rifle. I think it's the best one, but my favorite one, I think I'd have to go with the shotgun, though. Even though it's, like I said before, it's really not that good. It's just so much fun using that flare. You could actually shoot it on the soldiers, and dinosaurs will directly attack him. It's a lot of fun to do. And you're probably starting to see why I soften them up as much as I can now, because like I said, they are just everywhere and there's just so little cover. I actually almost fight the dust here, but I can't believe I didn't fight the dust there. That was actually my own grenade that knocked me back. I really got lucky there. But eventually things pull through. I almost got swarmed there, but luckily I was able to kind of hold them off, though. And that pretty much completes that. The sigh of relief I had once that was over. I was just like, yes, because I died so many times trying to get that. And I actually grabbed the sniper rifle up here. I don't use it here, though. It's actually useful at a later part. But yeah, but don't use it on the soldiers, though. It's kind of useless. And if they're shooting at you and they're hitting you, it knocks it off. It keeps it, unstables it. So don't bother using it on the soldiers. I actually just use the pulse rifle. Alright, actually I lied. I think I used the sniper rifle on them a few times, but that's about it, though. And I think it's just because they kind of sit there. Defend the castle! Yeah, see, if they're holding still like that, then it's useful, but a lot of times they kind of just swarm over that bridge, so like I said, I don't really recommend using it unless you get into this specific situation. Like here you see me immediately switch to the pulse rifle, because they drop closer and they will swarm that bridge. Like I said, defend the castle. Those ragdoll physics, I love them. In just a moment, we're going to run into a new raptor type, one that actually spits acid. They borrowed a page from Jurassic Park. These ones are also rumored to be genetic experimentation. I think I just use a knife right here. Yeah, this part, it's super easy to actually use a knife because they're so close. Almost. Okay, there we go. I went from 1 dinosaur kill with a knife to 4. Oh wow, no scope. I forgot I did that. Of course, I have the memory of a goldfish, so I forget a lot of things. I think you guys know what's causing that shake. And no, it's not the power trying to come back on.
Hey, look! Part of our ship, man. Come on, baby, let's go check it out.
So the first part of this section, it's really not that bad. It's the second part because there's a sniper right around the rock, so you really have to be careful. But yeah, this first part isn't too bad, though. You have the parasaur trying to scramble out of there. Off to the right, there's actually a raptor spawning point that you need to be aware of too. Like, I actually just got jumped right there. I'll actually go over there here in a little bit to get a flank on the soldiers. And while you're over there, make sure you keep an eye out for those raptors because they will spawn on you. Yeah, see, there's the eggs and everything. We got Gonzalez back here keeping us covered. This is the last good kind of like skirmish where you have like the dinosaur and human enemies going at it too. A lot of times from here it's just kind of one or the other. It's just really small kind of like little squabbles that they get into. There's that sniper I was talking about. I think I get him with the bow here. I can't remember exactly. I either gun him down with the pulse rifle or I get him with the bow. Yeah, a few enemies kind of disrupt that, so I just stop and I take out these guys real quick. Either way, just make sure you stay behind the rock. That way he can't get you. And he's down.
I'm going to find that damn comet. It's the last thing I do. Oh, wait. Jackpot, I got it!
Num nums! Even though you could see it coming, Gonzalez's death, it still hits pretty hard. He was probably, maybe other than Cowboy, he was probably my favorite NPC. So we still need to find that comms unit, and coming up, we're actually going to head into the T-Rex's nest, where we see all her offspring, and there's a lot to say the least. This is where having the sniper rifle comes in useful, because it can one-shot them. Other than appearance, too, they actually don't really behave any different than normal raptors do. It's basically just a raptor, except with a different skin pattern.
Daddy.
So the T-Rex on here, Mama Scarface, she actually looked a little bit different during earlier builds of the game. Man, how many Rexes has your mom been with?
Cole, I've got the comm unit.
So this boss fight, it's not necessarily hard, but it is a little bit time consuming though. Basically the strategy here is just go under this tree that's right here, and then just kind of shoot Mama Scarface until she falls over. And the hard part is when she falls over, you have to run up and use your knife, and it can be really hard to actually do that because she's constantly moving around, and getting the prompt to use your knife is the hard part, like you'll see here in just a little bit. So she's gonna fall over here in just a little bit, and this is when you have to run up and use your knife, and you'll see what I mean by it's a challenge. Like, it seems simple enough, just run up, but no, she keeps pushing you back as she's getting up, and that's what makes it hard. Take two. What the French toast? And take three. Aha. So that boss fight looked like 3 attempts, but it was actually 5 though. So fun fact about that picture that I actually showed you earlier. In an earlier build, Mama Scarface was actually supposed to chase you down Jurassic Park style, and I guess you were supposed to use the turret to kind of hold her off while Slade was driving. Definitely would have been interesting to see. I mean, me myself, I'm not really too much of a fan of rail shooters, so I guess I'm alright with that being cut. This is one of the few times where you actually like see the Dilophosaurus work in pairs. In fact, it might actually be the only time as far as I'm aware. That's actually an albino raptor. They only come out at night. Yeah! Yeah! This is where the game takes a little break from the constant action that you're probably used to, and goes to a little bit more of a spooky atmosphere. It doesn't last very long, but it's a nice change of pace, though. This is the only time I think I actually used a mounted machine gun during this playthrough. Usually you're a sitting duck when you use it because there's like there's no shielding on it, so it's easy to get shot up on it, so I usually just stay off it. Yeah! Finally able to pull off the awesome knife kill on the lurker. I tried.
Where's Gonzalez?
He didn't make it. Neither did Foster.
For real?
Oh, God damn it.
And you come back alive and well. Isn't that perfect? First you turn your back on my brother, and now my best friend? I should have done this the first time I saw you.
Hey! We both know he held his own on that mission, Slade. Why don't you cut him some slack?
I prefer to just cut him. Pull out your knife. Let's see what you're made of. That's what Wolfpack's all about, right, Turok? Killing with the knife?
Yeah, it is. That's enough, Slade.
Get off! I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of you. This ain't over, Turok.
Thanks for backing me up.
Shit! Cole's down! Medic!
So after I grab the sticky bomb gun, I go on the left flank because it exposes them a lot more. This chapter is actually fairly short, but it has a lot of action packed into it. I basically just play peekaboo, shooting them through this opening here.
Everyone ammo up? I don't think we're done here.
And here come the chain gun guys. They're basically like a mini boss almost. Here we get to finally see the sticky bomb gun in action. It's really good against these guys. Yeah, don't poke your head out for more than a few seconds against them because they can gun you down real quick. Just about ate it there. I died right there. That's why there's an edit right there. Up ahead we get to use the chain gun, and it's actually really good in this game. Usually it's really inaccurate in like a lot of other games, but in this one it's good too. And the secondary mode is actually pretty fun too, because what you can do is you can set it down like a sentry gun, like what those big guys were doing, and they'll gun down the enemies for you. It's almost like having another NPC on your team. The cavalry has arrived. This is the guy that killed me before. The easiest strategy I found with this RPG guy is just as soon as the cutscene gets done, just kind of gun him down, because he'll always shoot that first shot off to your right, but the second shot he'll come after you, but usually you can gun him down before he gets that second shot off. I was a little bit late there, but I managed to dive out of the way though. Sentry gun doing work.
See you guys later.
So up ahead we have to fight basically like a spider tank, and that's the reason I purposely picked up the RPG, just so I can get an extra shot off before I actually go grab ammo for it. This extra shot right here in the beginning really helps. Now that's one less shot I have to fire at it when I go find ammo. Up here, kind of just walk off to the right, and you should be fine. Oh.
That son of a bitch is gonna require some firepower.
The easiest strategy to take out this tank is there's openings on the left and right and kind of just bounce back and forth between them. Fire off one shot off to left and then go to the right, fire off a shot there, and rinse and repeat.
Three dead, including Lewis and Cole. Plus the comm unit is completely shot.
That's great, man. That's just great!
Gather around. We got some things to talk about. First off, I'm in charge.
How do you figure that?
There's no officers left, asswipe. Cole, Henderson, Lewis, they're all dead. And you sure as hell don't outrank me.
No, but I do.
You gotta be kidding me.
You want to say that again, Corporal? I didn't think so.
All right, listen up. They have our position, so if we stay here, we're sitting ducks. We have to keep moving, and we have to find a way off this planet.
Christ, why didn't I think of that?
Why are we just standing here? Let's hunt those bastards down.
Jericho, wait!
They killed our guys.
It's getting dark out. Let's wait until morning, okay?
We go now. All right, fine. Let's wait till morning.
Totally
Calm
screwed.
down, Shepard.
Slade, I've got a job for you. Take Turok and go find out what's making that noise.
Come on, Logan, you can't be serious.
You just volunteered to join them, Carter.
Anyone else want in? All right, everybody, let's get on the move. We're looking for a way off this damn rock.
You don't realize Logan just killed us, right? I'm just checking.
King Logan has spoken. Off we go.
So it's actually implied that Logan took a pretty nasty bump to the head when the ship crash landed, and that's why he acts the way he does. If you looked up to the right, you could actually see a raptor get dragged down into a pit. It's kind of a hint towards the next enemy type.
Something up there in the rocks. Watch it. We're dropping rocks, you bastards.
Freaking suicide mission. Thanks a lot.
Shirt to wear while he's at it.
Shut it, Carter.
Well, that's not a rock.
To be on this mission. Get to that light and get out of here.
Creeped out, guys.
Calm down, Carter. For Christ's sakes, grow a pair. Jeez, somebody's really dead.
Seriously, what the hell could throw an APC into the ground?
Let's check out that building.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah!
Check this place out.
Have a look at this, guys.
Kane to corporate. Here is what we know. The outbreak was contained to the biolab. The scientists were dissecting some bugs when the accident happened. Everyone in the room died within seconds. But the people who found them have shown no ill effects. We've got them and the lab under quarantine just to be safe. More importantly, we've isolated the toxin for further study. I'll let you know what we find.
Great. We all just got cancer.
Guys, come look at this.
Look at the size of that place.
Yeah, but look at this substation over here. It says it's abandoned, but there's still a ship in the hangar. This could be our ticket home, boys.
Logan, come in. We found the location of a ship.
You're shitting me. Send me the coordinates.
What the hell is that?
Spread out and cover that door. Something answered.
Poor Carter. So here it's quickest to just gun down the Scorpion and then just make a break for the ladder. Yeah, if you head up before Slade, he'll complain, but it doesn't change the outcome of the story or anything, so don't worry about it. Those tech arrows are important, so make sure you pick them up. So here I set the minigun down, and then I just make a break for the ladder. I found it's the easiest strap for this section. Also, something I forgot to mention is that if you have your knife out, you move quicker. Up here is where the tech arrows really come into play.
Turok, I thought you were better than that.
You were wrong!
Looks like the cartel cleaned this place out weeks ago.
Damn it. Congratulations, Turok. That was a perfect strike. Unfortunately, these aren't the targets, but we'll find them. Even if we have to kill every goddamn peasant in this backward country. Grimes, burn it down. The rest of you fall out. Kill her.
No innocence.
It's just a girl.
So the first part of this section, it's not really that difficult as long as you use the flamethrower. It does a pretty good job, like knocking the scorpions off. Sometimes they can power through it though, like right there. Even when you're flaming them, sometimes they'll power through it. But for the most part, though, it does a pretty good job keeping them off you, though. So traversing through the caves, they can be a little bit confusing because, as you can tell there, a lot of times there's multiple paths, and they can lead you to dead end. But as long as you follow the path I'm going down, though, you should be all right. So you actually have to wait for those vents to steam, otherwise it doesn't work. The flamethrower is fun to use. It's like watching paint dry. So looking through the cut content for this game, there's a surprising amount of insect-type creatures that didn't make the cut. The most interesting of these insect creatures that were cut, though, is definitely the king bug. Gameplay-wise, he was actually going to be a boss, and you were supposed to shoot his joints to incapacitate him. And while he was incapacitated, Turok was going to have a signature kill where he jumped on its head, took a grenade and threw it in his brain, and yeah, the rest, I think you can figure it out. I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite chapter in the game, just because I think it's a little bit repetitive having to fight the scorpions all the time, and the cave setting gets a little bit repetitive too. Yeah, but overall, it's not that bad, I would say. It's definitely playable. So here, make sure you just don't jump straight down the middle because, well, it's a long way down. I found that out the hard way. So coming up, we actually have our second boss fight. It's kind of like with a giant eel slash squid. I honestly don't even really know what you would call it, but it can be a pretty difficult boss fight. There's quite a bit of RNG that comes into play.
Yeah, right. I'll get it first try.
So what you want to do here is you want to wait for it to attack and then shoot the vents that are steaming up, and that'll damage it. There's only one vent at a time though, so you have to look for whichever one's shooting out steam, like right here. So what it did there is it dived back down, and now it's going to do a more ranged attack, like right there, using its tentacles. But then it'll dive back down after a few, and then basically just repeat the process of shooting the vents when it lunges at you. So the first 3 times the vents steam up, they're always in the same spot. But so like after this one though, it's gonna be RNG. So you kind of just gotta look out for the steam at this point. So here you're going to notice I'm going to go towards the middle, and that's just because it's easiest to dodge its ranged attacks here because you have the most distance. Like right there, I have a lot of distance to actually see the projectiles incoming. Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I take that back. Yeah, and from here it's basically just rinse and repeat. Okay, these can actually be hard to dodge, the two spikes that he throws, because they just cover so much area. Like, right there, I got hit. And the thing is, too, you actually, if you get hit by both of them, that counts as getting hit twice, so it can actually kill you right away. And they can be pretty difficult to dodge sometimes. I actually got lucky right there. I didn't die, but yeah, no, so just be on the lookout for those spikes. Definitely go in the middle like I do. That's your best chance. And don't be surprised if you do die, because there is a little bit of RNG with them. This part honestly takes longer than it really should. I think the boss takes a little too much damage. It kind of wears out its welcome after a while, especially when there's no new patterns. Like, you'll kind of notice like he's just doing the same exact thing over and over. It's definitely a repetitive section. So I contemplated actually on maybe cutting like a minute out of this, but I figured you guys would probably want to see the whole thing though.
Better go find the coward who dropped this. Don't tell anyone about that.
Fun little fact about that boss fight is the water monster was actually supposed to take an appearance more akin to a plesiosaur. Even though it was a repetitive boss fight, I do like the design of the water beast that they have now, but I would have liked to see that plesiosaur design too. So coming up, we're basically just fighting more scorpions. And then there's going to be a section coming up that's actually really challenging, too. It actually took me quite a few tries to beat it. As I said before, this is probably my least favorite chapter in a game just because of the repetition that it has. So you can actually cheese this part a little bit, basically by doing just this, what I'm doing right here, just diving out of the way. I do get pounced up here, but it's easy to fight off. And what I do is I get kind of to the end of this section, and I just get the scorpions in a bottleneck and just flame them down. Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now it's grilling time. So coming up here is the really difficult section that I was talking about earlier. It's almost like the elevator section. There's just not a lot of cover with it. You can get hit from the sides real easily, and the enemies just swarm you by the dozens, I swear. the best thing you can do is just kind of go from cover to cover. What I'm doing, just pick off every enemy you see, take it nice and slow. Don't be surprised if this part takes you like 15 minutes. It's a difficult section. Oh, and below us too, there's a pit of scorpions, so make sure you watch your step. Those chain guns, you really gotta watch them because they will chew you up. Alright, and the coast is finally clear for about 10 seconds. So the reason I'm dropping down into the pit down here is because there's a pathway that leads up to the other side we need to get to. And when we get up here, there's actually going to be more enemies to kill. Well, who would have thought? The grenades from the pulse rifle, they're actually not that powerful. They don't do a ton of damage, but they're good at kind of like knocking the enemies down so you can get a better shot on them. And they draw them out of cover real good too. They just keep popping out like jackrabbits. And we finally made it to the other side. There's gonna be a few more enemies coming up, but for the most part, though, it's pretty much smooth sailing from here. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna send you for a ride, son. Alright, and that's a wrap. In the next video, we're finally going to be out of these caves and onto the surface, and the last third of this game is really explosive. It has a really good finale, and I'm really excited to show you guys it. If you guys like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, you guys, and I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.